Howdy folks, hope you're doing well and staying safe. We moved on in the Commonwealth now to HMAS Encounter. This is a set of cruisers that were supposed to be built in Australian dockyards in the 20s, but never happened. So yeah, it's a paper ship, that's probably why it's so good. But it's a good set of boat, I like it. I don't have the tier 10 yet, but that's next. What can I tell you about it? It's a little bit better than the Auckland for viewing by 200 meters, but I'll get to that in a bit. The 203s on this do punch pretty hard against other light cruisers. The HE is fantastic against DDs. The AP can go through most bows. It's not bad. It's not good. I am just here. What was this? Oh, this is co-op. I'm just charging. I don't care. And having a good time. Yeah, that's me bad. And like I said, it's a good boat. I like it so far, and I do want to get in and tell you about it. I'm very, very pleased so far with this set of lines. So let's watch this GK get torpedoed. That was a good amount of damage, but let's get into it. So, armor layout. Let's just be honest. It's a light cruiser, and she's skishy at tier 9, so you have to be very careful. I want to show you something here about the bow. Let me just click on that. Yeah, the Citadel is way out of the water, so you can get Citadeled by any tier 9 or tier 10 battleship from the bow easily. So you got to angle, and you have to make sure you're in smoke. 41.7 is pretty good. Torpedo protection is pretty good. Now here's the main shtick. 9.8 second reload, 203. She's got 3 turrets of 3, 19.1 kilometers of range with the modded ad, 22.7 seconds with a turret traverse. I had to actually get that down from 30 seconds because this whole line is painful. She does have a 20% fire chance. Oh, I want to show you some of the secondaries. Only 17 mil of penetration, so she can't penetrate any tier 10 destroyers at all that I'm aware of. And I think tier 9 as well, but don't quote me on that. I think they're all 19 millimeter better. So, but 20% fire chance was excellent. She's got 4 torps on each side. Pretty standard compared to the Auckland and the Uganda. 13.5 kilometers, so decent range. 16.7 on damage, 63 knots fast. I mean, it's just like the tier 7, tier 8. Airstrike, depth charges, 3 attacks. This is excellent. 30-second reload. 10-kilometer range. Speed, almost 35 knots with speed flag. 8.10 and 8.3 for rudder shift, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's not bad, but I put that option on. Again, detectability 10.5 is fantastic. Her penalty in smoke is only 7.8, whereas the Auckland tier 8 is 8. So, like I said about the Auckland Wargaming, I really do feel that you should actually adjust that down to about 6 and change. It feels kind of bad. So equipment, you guys know me. I take main armor modification all the time. Engine room protection, because you're just going to get damaged. Here I am taking main battery modification. You want to make sure the grease gears you can actually turn it. Now, I take rudder shift so far in this one. I think I might switch to propulsion modification. I think about doing that. That's what I'm thinking. I do take concealment here because you want to need it. You could take torpedo, which means you see torpedoes at 1.8 kilometers every torpedo, including submarines, which are seen at 2 or 3 kilometers anyway, so not a big deal. Gunfire control systems, I want the extra range. Even at 19.1, it's kind of sluggish at 9 when you're going to get into super ships. Damage control is good. You can take defensive AA, but I take the hydro because 5 kilometers for ships and 3.5. I charge DDs and smoke with this thing. Creeping smoke is fantastic. It lasts 112 seconds, almost 2 minutes. It's got a cool down time of almost 2 minutes, so it's a bit, I like to see it. Submarine surveillance, I hate this as a submarine player, but it's 8 kilometers, and it's fantastic. It lasts only 20 seconds, but you can see a submarine at any depth below the water. Repair is fantastic on this boat. I do like it a lot. Now, here's the 2 main flags I've taken to help myself out, and there's the rest of my flags that I take for my boat. I want to be a bit of a fire starter as much as possible. I take the normal exterior camo. Nothing special right here, but hey. Okay, captain skills, grease the gears. It's a must-have. For me, consumable specialist, I want my consumables back, so I take this as quickly as possible. I do also take last stand because you're going to get hit as a light cruiser. Priority target's important to me. I do take demolition expert because I want a bit chance to start more fire. Adrenaline rush, you guys know me. I do take superintendent because I want more charge of everything. Obviously concealment for me, and I think the most important thing now is radio location, so I can see subs and DD, subs at periscope and whatnot. So it's been really helpful for that. So overall, what do I think of it? Is she like the tier 8, like the tier 7, like the Uganda or the Auckland? They're all essentially by about that point. They start being the same line compared to the tier 5 and tier 6. There's not too much difference. If I had to say out of 3 of them, and I'm not trying to be biased, and I'm kidding, I think the Uganda is actually better. The Auckland, because of that 8-kilometer penalty in smoke, which I do not like, she's actually the worst out of the 3 in my opinion because of that. This is your shtick. It's using the smoke, going quarter speed, and trying to fire start stuff, or light cruisers and hitting with AP. Modes that she's good in, she's fantastic in co-op, and no problem asymmetrical. She holds her own. Randoms, you're going to want the smoke. I am even thinking about taking the upgrade to the smoke, if possible, because you're going to want to extend it. That's your only entire lifeblood. You want to be setting fires. You also want to be, like I said, hitting cruisers with your AP. If she gets spotted by any, I'm going to say tier 8, tier 9, tier 10, and super battleship, you're most likely going back to port. I even got, I think in this game, maybe that one, this is asymmetrical. I think I got Citadel by a Monarch. I wasn't paying attention. I was getting a little too greedy. But hey, it's not hard to get smacked to the point where you're no longer living. So be very careful this boat. Overall, so far, the line is pretty good. I'm going to probably get the tier 10. I would not compare this to the South American line. I think the South American line is actually better, personally. That's my opinion. If you want to start somewhere for a cruiser line, go there if you want. I think they're better. But overall, I do like this line. I do like this ship. And I'm glad that I got it. I'm very happy with it. But hey, let me know down below what you guys think. I mean, are you doing the early access? Are you going to get this cruiser line? I'm trying to fill it on my lines as well. Submarine, cruiser, you name it, DDs. So let me know down below. And if you guys do me a quick favor here, hit the subscribe button and like button because the YouTubes likes that and the algorithm likes it. As of this video, I am now over 41,000 subscribers. So my mind is blown. So thank you guys very much. I do appreciate everything you're doing for the channel. But as always, take care, stay safe. I wish you all the best and bye for now.